By the way, if you guys at any point want to fly the G1000 just to see what it's like, we can do that.
I might do that once or twice. So the wind... Actually...
Oh, the wind is coming this direction, right?
Yep, so into it.
There you go. You want parallel.
Clear right, clear left.
I gave you my little spiel about how to stay in the pattern, right? About turning, lowering the nose a few degrees, bringing it back up, all that stuff.
Yes, turning because you transfer energy.
Right, exactly. So the other thing that we need to add in is the wind today is coming from our, I guess from the southeast, right? And so it's when we do turn a base and also the left cross, we're going to be blowing back. So instead of being 150 degrees, we're actually be tracking like 130 degrees, right? It's quite strong today. So we're going to have to take that into account. What you can do is you can just kind of look out the window at the ground just for a second, like that, you know, and then you can tell the drift by looking at how you're going over the ground.
You'll probably be drifting a lot.
Oh yeah. All right, good.
Right here. Starting engine, after starting engine, taxiing. Engine run up, parking brake set, I will hold it. Seat backs most upright, seat belts, harnesses secure, flight controls free and correct. That side goes up, that side goes down, right goes up, left goes down, elevator up, elevator down, and trim is neutral, rudder left, rudder right. Free and correct. Fuel selector valve is on both, throttle friction is good, navigation instruments set. Not going to be using those this time. Autopilot, transponder is in standby. ADF, not going to be using that. Radio 1, not going to be using that. Radio 2, 120.7 and 122.4. Audio panel, it's pretty good, no one's loud. Flight instruments, that's alive a little bit because of the wind. That's centered and level. The altimeter right now is 2984, so it's pretty close, so 2984. Turn coordinator is neutral, and then let's see, 21. Neutral, PSI is not climbing or descending. Turn coordinator, airspeed. Oil temperature is climbing. Oil pressure is in the green. Mixture set, keep that there. Throttle 1800, holding the brakes.
Oh, you didn't check the autopilot?
Oh, I thought the autopilot was in, oh, it's included. I was looking for it in here. Autopilot. Right side goes to the right. Goes to to the left, and I can overpower it, and loud noises. Autopilot, it's weird, it has it just like general mixture all in the green, mixture set, keep it there, throttle to 1800.
Okay, I'll make it a little,
Oh, and
not like that. Okay.
oh, okay. Holding the brakes. 1800, magneto check, to left. About a 50, 25 drop, back to both. It recovers. To right, about a 50 drop, back to both. Engine instruments, ammeter, voltmeter, all of that's good. Ammeter, vacuum, still good. Pressure, still green. Vacuum check is still good. NLC panel, none illuminated. None are illuminated, and throttle back to 1,000. So the windows are closed, locked. Parking brake release, I was holding it. Normal takeoff technique. Rotate around 55 knots. Climb to 80. Clear left, clear right. Yes, would like to open up my flight out of Edwards, 104 Echo Delta.
104 Echo Delta, flight plan is activated. Pilot weather reports requested flight service are meant to impact ground. IFR mountain obscuration, you get the flight hour in Southern California areas where screen is obscured. Note of one request, the information on those. Nothing else yet. Thanks very much, 104 Echo Delta.
So broken. Very broken. 120.7, no one on final, no one's on the runway.
South base traffic, Aero 4 is taking 2-4 for staying in the pattern. South base traffic.
Then,
Lights, camera, action.
yep, saw that lights were good, and then reset and start.
It's getting better and better, Greg.
Catching myself. That wind wants to go that way.
Okay, so we're turning into the wind, right?
Yep.
And now as we come around the curve, we gotta turn the other way. Ooh.
Didn't like that.
Then turn the other way. There you go. Okay, we don't have to stop, just as long as the nose wheel's straight.
Heels on the ground.
Okay, heels on the ground. Keep it on the
Engine's
center
good.
line.
Engine's green, that's 40.
And when you get to 55, snap it up.
There's 55.
Snap it up, and then neutralize the aileron, and then
correct.
and crab for the wind. So if you turn too slow, it picks up and slides across the runway.
Oh, skids.
Yeah. Oh, and hold it right at 31. There you go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Here's traffic, 4 Echo Delta, now downwind for touch and go, runway 24 south base. Oh, it's up 31.
There they go.
Okay, power back.
So,
Yep, there you go.
15. Nose down.
Now we get quite a bit of headwind today, so we're going to turn early.
Okay. So about right now.
Right now is good.
Is good.
Is good. Okay, now it goes up to 70. Now it's going to look like we're coming in high, but we're not. Good. Ball is centered. Now we've got to turn more than 90 degrees.
Oh.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want to turn more than 90 degrees. Now take a look at the ground and see how what we're tracking.
Yeah, it's pretty sideways.
Yeah. So we're going this way, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's just continue this. All right. Then you can mitigate the descent with your throttle. Okay. Let's go turn final. And let's hold it here.
80 traffic 005 is airborne, departing on Lancaster. Ready.
Traffic 4 Echo Delta Aero 4 is on final for 24 South Base for touch and go. Okay, power back a little bit and let's go ahead and bring the nose down. Okay. Hold it right at 70. We can land long, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little different when there's a whole bunch of wind. Just seems
Yeah, see how fast we're coming down?
Yep.
But what I want you to do for the first time is I want you to go down the runway about 10 feet off the ground. Just go down the runway without touching, okay? Okay, now hold it at 70. It means the nose has got to come down more. Okay, add a little power.
Little power.
There you go. Looking good.
Do you want me to correct for wind on
Yep.
the on this?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Add power now. Add power. Add power. Add power. You gotta react. Okay, add power. No more. No more. There you go. Now keep it on the center line. And this is fine. This is perfect altitude. Got that third dimension, you got to push it down right there, and we'll keep it right about there. Okay? Add just a little more power. You can see how you're bleeding slowly, you're bleeding the energy off, right?
Yep.
Okay, add just a little more power.
Ooh, whoopee! Wind kicked my butt on that one.
Yeah. Alright, it looks pretty good. You got the nose straight, you got right rudder in there, right?
Yep, a little bit.
Okay, a little more. There you go. Just hold it right there, and now use the ailerons for directional control. Okay, sir, full power, and we'll go around. Don't let the nose come up too high. There you go, 10 degrees up on the flaps. Hold it there, let it climb. Okay, flaps up. Good job. And lower the nose slightly. Okay, you can see there's 65 right there. That's what you were looking for, 65. Nose up. Go ahead and trim it if you want to. So when you get at 65, which is over this way, take a look out the window and see what you're looking at, okay? So there's 65. Okay, what are you looking at out there?
Well, the small dirt road.
Okay, so that's what we're going to aim for. And I guarantee you that's more accurate than these. Ready?
Yep. About there. That, and then down to 15 and nose down.
There you go.
And on base it'll be more than 90 degrees.
Yeah, so start to turn now.
South base traffic, Aero 4 is turning left base for runway 24, south base traffic.
Nose up to 70.
Up there. Let's see. More than 90.
That looks like about
About
it.
there.
Now let's take a look. Yeah, you're tracking this way. It's right on the
so
money.
that green building.
Yeah. Okay, now you got to turn more than 90 degrees here too, because the wind is blowing from left to right.
Yep, it's pushing us away.
That's right. Now bring the throttle back. hold at 70.
And Eddie traffic, Aero 05, one track departure, Lancaster. I'll be back in about an hour.
See you then. Okay, you're going to add some power. And we're going to go down the runway just like we did before.
Just like before?
That's right, add power. And there you go. Now this time what I want you to do is I want you to a little more power, a little more power. I want you to concentrate by looking all the way down the runway. Let's see if it improves your track.
Cool, looking down.
All the way down. And react, a little more power. I'll help you with the altitude. You want to bring it down? There you go. Now hold it on the center line. A little more power. So as we go down the runway, we have to keep adding power because we're using up our energy. Look all the way down. Now see how much better that is?
A little better, yep.
A lot better. All right, so looking down the runway gets the peripheral going, okay?
Yep.
And go around. Full power. 10 on the flaps. So if it's bigger, you're going to the right more.
Yep.
All right, so we want to come to the left then.
South base traffic, Aero 4 is left downwind for runway 24. Touch and go. South base traffic.
Okay, so on that's 62, let's go back over to 65. There you go. And 3100.
Out there, then 15, nose down.
Okay.
South base traffic, Aero 4 turning left base for runway 24. Touch and go, south base traffic.
Okay, more than 90 degrees.
Yep, with that green building at.
You hold the nose down, going too slow. There you go. Alright, nose down to 70. So when you're going downwind, go ahead and trim it out so you can let it go and it'll stay. Looks pretty good. Start your turn now. Slightly more than 90-degree turn.
South base traffic, Aero 4 turning final for runway 24. Touch and go, south base traffic.
Okay, throttle back just a hair. 15. Okay, bring the nose up to 70. Okay, hold it right there. Coming down. Coming down, looking good. Now, always land with at least 1300 RPM
Okay.
on a crosswind landing. Ready? Looks like at 1300, that's good. Hold it right there. Now let's get the ground effect. Kick the rudder over on the right, on the other way. There you go. Let it come down.
Want to float.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now what you want to do is get it stabilized and ground. I'll go with it with you next time, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
And I'll
let's
talk through it. All right, let's hold this in.
Yep, hold it
All right,
this way.
and when you get to 55, snap it up. Release the back pressure and neutralize, and then offset for wind. Ready? Snap it up. Down. There you go. And
Get it, let it climb.
there you go.
Power. And there's 80-ish.
1900 RPM. Okay, come left about 5 degrees. And there you are. They're going to be around 65.
That's that. 15.
Good start now. That was up to 70. 10 degrees bank. 10 degrees flat, some more. Okay.
South base traffic, Aero 4, on final for runway 24, touch and go.
A little more RPMs. You can tell by looking at the runway, if it's getting flatter, it means you're coming down too fast. You know how it stops going flatter, just gets bigger now. Okay, nose down. There you go. Alright, go ahead and put 1300 RPM in the RPMs. And what we're going to do now, we're just going to eyes down the runway. You have to get those eyes down the runway. And a little more power. A little more power. Okay, right there. Alright, now what we're going to do is just going to hold it square. Okay, just like that. Okay, hold it square. Hold it square. There. Okay, yeah, on one wheel. Yep, that's what you want to do, one wheel with right rudder, just like that. Okay, now we're going to come up, back on the run, and again, there is the right rudder, okay, and back up. Okay, right wheel and left. There you go. All right, let's go around.
Okay. Balancing act.
That's it.
South base traffic, Aero 4 is left downwind for runway 24, touch and go. South base traffic. South base traffic, Aero 4 is left base, runway 24, touch and go, south base traffic.
Way high.
Let's try slip. And power off. Yeah, so you're fighting yourself if you don't. Pretty enough. Slipping. Keep on slipping. Keep on slipping.
Just keep slipping.
Keep on slipping. I think you're getting to like these slips. You get them out, there you go. There you go. Now always want to keep a little bit of power in when you land. Hey, remember, you got to keep that
Gotta
aileron into
keep
the wind.
left.
Okay. Because then that wind will pick that wing right up. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the flaps up, full power, snap it up, neutralize, and offset for wind. Yeah, Greg, we don't want to keep you bored. I mean, we want to make sure that you have lots of excitement.
Definitely lots of excitement, especially today with that wind. Like it'll be blowing.
Okay. Start your turn.
Spirit flaps.
Finger flap. Goes up 70. More than 90-degree turn.
Green buildings. About.
Okay, tracking 330 and heading 300.
South base traffic, Arrow 4 is on final for runway 24, touch and go, south base traffic.
Okay, so the runway's getting flat looking, so you added a little more power. There you go. And that runway should stay relatively the same. Looks good, Mr. Greg. I bring the throttle back to 1300. More right there. Off, hold it off, little right rudder. Right rudder, go square it up, and... Oh, we got a little gust there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get it back down. Have one wheel. Okay. Back on the center. Okay, flaps up.
And flaps up.
Up it up. Neutralize. Offset the wind.
South base traffic, Arrow 4 is left downwind for runway 24, south base traffic.
Okay, nose up a little bit. Oh.
South base traffic, Arrow 4 is left base for runway 24, touch and go, south base traffic.
Power, just more, there you go. Keep the nose down though. Hold it right there, let's down the runway for a bit.
I always have to remember to get my feet up. Well, when you're in there and you're correcting for wind, you put a lot of right rudder.
Yeah.
When I take off, I'm usually putting a lot of right rudder still.
Oh,
so I have to be like,
you gotta relax.
gotta relax it.
Yeah.
Got the death feet grip.
That's called a slipping takeoff. Okay, a little bit too much left rudder. Okay, and then I have the airplane?
Yeah, the airplane.
Okay, remember when you're turning like this, right? Now, see when I come out?
Yep.
You're gonna keep the ball centered, right? Whatever I do, I just keep the ball centered. I got to use a lot more right rudder on that one. Okay, there's 3100 back to 19. Goes down. Okay, it's your airplane.
My airplane. 72, back over here.
South base traffic, Aero 4 turning left base, runway 24. Touch and go, south base traffic.
Enter now.
South base traffic, Aero 4 turning final for runway 24. Touch and go, south base traffic.
Okay, so the runway's not getting flatter, it's getting bigger.
Overall bigger.
Overall bigger. Okay, nose down. Power. Right now I got my eyes about halfway down the runway.
Ooh.
Coming in, nose down. Okay, the RPM's now at 1300.
So you keep the RPM the same?
Yeah, once you get down and once you land, once you get into the ground effect. Hold it right, just hold it right there. Hold it right there. I got to concentrate on keeping that nose pointed down the runway, right?
And then once you hit the ground,
now you can
we'll
create
go
more
to idle.
power. So,
Okay.
and then keep the ailerons into the wind.
that.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
You may go. Hold it there, snap it up, and when you get to pitch 5, there you go, neutralize, and offset for wind. Hey, one thing about keeping the power in, it doesn't come down. You know, on its own. You get to choose when to touch down. So if you get like a little calm spot and you're right over the runway, go ahead and pull that power back and it'll come down. Right?
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can't get that thing all the way over to 330, right? Because that's the runway heading, 330. So there's 330 right now. We're actually tracking this direction.
Yep.
330. South Bay traffic, Porca Delta, final 24, touch and go, 3,100 foot back. Okay, a little more power. I guess her there. You can see her out there coming in like this,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
So leave a little power in, about 13, 14, maybe 1,400. Take as long as you need to touch down. Eyes down the runway. There you go. Now you got the idea.
Yeah, I got the idea. It's in a line, but got half of it.
Yeah.
And then now,
Okay,
I
now
don't.
hold that in there. Flaps up and go for it.
Heavy traffic 005, radar hill, keep driving downwind.
And we're traffic, Porca Delta on the go on 24, and we have 5 in sight.
Yeah, we got 10 side as well.
Want to extend?
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah.
Trim it out if you want to.
Heavy traffic 005, space time 24, touching out. Ready.
Hey, it looks good. Yeah,
There she is.
let's maintain our altitude.
Okay.
Go ahead and put the power back in. Okay. Traffic Porca Delta, turning base for touch and go 24. Actually, let's just leave it up for right now because we don't need the flaps. That's just for a normal pattern. We're so far out, we don't need the descent angle. And then we're traffic Porca Delta, final for 24 south base.
And heavy traffic 005 is climbing away. Runway 24. We'll be doing one more minus for good.
Okay.
on final, I could trim it out while on final?
Oh, yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You want to put another 10 in there?
I'll flap.
Yep. There you go. All right, now now we'll trim it out to whatever it takes to be at 70. All right, we keep the power in. Okay. Just a hair more at the power, and there you go.
Heavy traffic, Aero 05 is downwind runway 24, full stop.
Hold the power, keep the nose down, hold the power. Okay, now, what you want to do is you want to get that power and final, before you cross the threshold, get it down to 1300. And then you don't have to concentrate, you don't have to look away from the landing view. Okay, now little right rudder and little left aileron. There you go, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Ah, nice, look at that, see?
Looky there.
Looky there, okay, that flaps up. And hold it in. Know what to do.
There's 55.
Tap it up. Orca Delta on the go, south base. Okay, we're gonna make this one a full stop. This is a heavy load to keep doing this.
Yeah. It was good practice though.
Oh, absolutely.
Heavy traffic.
South base traffic, Aero 4 turning left base to runway 24, full stop, touching. Full stop. South base traffic.
So the only drawback to this is you actually have to be on course for 3 or 4 seconds before the GPS knows what it's doing. Okay, come right 28 to 9. You want to go to 33, right?
Oh.
So it's all at 33.
Right
There's 3 there, right there. There's 33. Now, see how we're traveling this way?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Heavy traffic, Aero 05 is clear of 24. Taxi back to the ramp.
And Orca Delta is now final for 24 full stop. Little right rudder, there you go. And there you go. Hold that rudder. Hold the rudder. There you go. And
Yes.
there you go. Oh my God. You ain't good power. If you don't bring that, as soon as it touches down, bring that power back. Otherwise, you're back up again. Okay. That was quite a workout for me.
It is. Got them biceps.
Oh, for you. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
For you two being all stressed out too. Pretty stressful.
Yeah. Back, there you go. Okay, so now the wind is from our left rear, so we want to do this. We'll come to a stop. How's our fuel? Pretty good.
Pretty good. Ooh. After landing, wing flaps up. Elevator trim for takeoff. Extra lean. Lights is required. Keep it all the same. Transponder to standby. Is at 1200. Flight control set for wind. Radio call is required.
Southwest traffic, Aero 4 is clear of runway 24, taxi back to ramp. Southwest traffic.
Okay, closer.
And then
Flight plan?
close
Yeah.
flight plan.
Riverside radio, number 104 Echo Delta, listening 122.4.
November 104 Echo Delta, Riverside Radio.
Yes, would like to close my flight plan out of Edwards, 104 Echo Delta.
November 104 Echo Delta, roger. Flight plan Edwards has been activated at this time. 2 airments for mountain obscurement as well as airments for icing. Details available upon request. 2 appreciate the airport. Sufficient weather contact flight service. Good day, sir.
Have a good day.
You see, activated.
Just say deactivated. It's a for Echo Delta request verification of flight plan closure.
104 Echo Delta, verify flight plan closure. 104 Echo Delta.
And system 4 Echo Delta, correct, sir. Flight plan has been closed.
Thank you, 4 Echo Delta.
Yeah, because he said your flight plan has been activated, unless we missed the D.
Yeah, I must miss the deactivated. I think he said activated too.
Yeah,
I think about it. Always ask. If you have any questions, ask.
Clear left, clear right. Good on fuel.
So you heard about old Harrison Ford then, huh?
I did.
Isn't that amazing?
Did hear about that. It was some people saying it was because of something was on the airplane. Some people say he just old. There's different views of people. Not really sure exactly what happened, but
That is a dumb mistake.
it is. Little Piper. Our Cub.
Well, when you have to fly over an airplane to land, you know something's probably wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. And when the runway, taxiway is like 5 feet wide
And yellow.
and yellow.
Good. Spotted that. Good. Well, for your first time in cross-country winds, and there were strong winds today, so that worked out pretty good. I've gone as much as halfway down the runway with the throttle on, just hovering in ground effect, just right at the stall point, waiting for a time to pull it back so I can touch down, waiting for a little calm spot.
Huh. Down, check for ELT. ELT is off. Avionics master switch off.